It was the second game of a Monday night doubleheader shown exclusively on ESPN+, a matchup most people didn't see. And what a shame, because the Arizona Cardinals and Los Angeles Chargers played a tremendous game. There were so many exciting twists and turns in this game, and we are going to take a look at all of them. Welcome to Josh's Football Breakdowns, where we don't tell you what you're seeing, we let the film tell us what we're seeing. There are a lot of great plays I want to show you in this game, so let's get right into it. On the opening drive, Arizona moved the ball well down the field, and here on 1st and 10, Murray has the check down to James Conner. Always a good idea to get the ball into the hands of one of your best playmakers. But the ball is tipped, intercepted, and then fumbled, and then it is recovered by Arizona again. What a crazy, exciting start to this game, and I really love this at the end here. We can see Teair Tart's teammates are giving him encouragement after he fumbled that football. Let's go back and take another look at it. If you can't get to the quarterback as a defensive lineman, stick your hands up, and we get a great look at Khalil Mack tipping that ball and then Tart intercepting it, and it's exciting for these big guys. They don't get a lot of these opportunities, and he's rumbling. But we can see James Conner raising his arm up for the tomahawk. He knocks that ball out. Great job by James Conner making a defensive play, and Arizona gets the football back. But after a promising drive, they did lose a lot of field position and would have to punt to the Chargers. Facing a 2nd down and 4, the Chargers have 2 tight ends in the formation. Actually, that's the fullback, Matlock, lined up on the outside, but either way, this looks like a running play. Anticipating a run, not only would the Cardinals send 4 rushers, but Kaiser White would also come on the blitz. Also, instead of backpedaling, one of the safeties, Budda Baker, would also come forward at the snap, again probably anticipating a run. Once Arizona realizes this is a pass, they scramble to get back in position, but with just one safety back deep, Jalen Reagor is able to run away from him. Now I know what you're thinking, this is going to be a long throw. Not only does Herbert have to get this thing about 50 yards down the field, he's got to do it from the far hash. But as NFL fans know by now, Justin Herbert has a special arm talent, and he's able to get that football all the way out there. Catch, and then the ball comes out, and wow, let's take a closer look at what just happened there. Beaten on the play, the Cardinals do not give up, and we see Starling Thomas raising his arm up again to punch this football out. It clearly goes into the end zone and then out of bounds for a touchback, awarding possession of the football to Arizona at the 20-yard line. The best rule in football, don't at me. But the Cardinals would end up punting back to the Chargers. And we're going to skip ahead a little bit here. There's a lot of great plays I want to show you in this game, and I want to show you as many as I can. So let's move ahead to the 2nd quarter. Alright, the Chargers have the ball. They've got a nice drive going, but they're on the 41, outside of field goal range, and here they're facing a 3rd down and 8. And it looks like Fehoko has some space to get to the outside. But rookie corner Max Melton does a great job of coming right over and making the pass breakup. A big stop for Arizona to keep them out of field goal range, but wait a second, we see the Chargers are lining up for a kick. He's on the other side of the logo. This ball has to go a long way, and it's good. 59 yards. Are you kidding me? And it's worth noting that the day before, Jason Myers made a 59-yard kick against Atlanta, so I guess these long kicks are the new normal in the NFL. So the Chargers get on the board first, 3-0, and the Cardinals have had a couple of nice drives, but both of them have stalled, and they would like to come away with something here. But here, the Charger pass rush seems to be closing in on Kyler Murray. However, we see James Conner waiting for a pass, and we quickly realize this is all part of the plan. Getting the ball into James Conner's hands with blockers out in front on the screen pass. Now, it's worth noting that these guys have to be careful not to go more than 1 yard beyond the line of scrimmage before Connor catches the ball, otherwise they will be considered ineligible men downfield, which is a penalty. But the Cardinals execute this play to perfection. Connor makes a few moves, does his thing, and it's an 18-yard gain on the play. And I know it's a simple play, but I just love the execution here. Fake the run, fake the pass, then let the pass rush in so that your big guys can get downfield and block. Fumble at the end, but Arizona would fall on it. Another crazy play, but this one didn't seem to affect the outcome of the play much. The Cardinals would finish off the drive when Greg Dortch, working against man coverage, sprints like he's going to the back of the end zone. Taylor has no choice but to take a step back, and then Dortch would cut to the sideline, and it would essentially be a race to the pylon, and Dortch has just enough of a head start, and Kyler Murray makes a pinpoint throw. Touchdown Cardinals, they take the lead. Trailing 7-3 with under 2 minutes to go before halftime, the Chargers would try to score some points before the end of the second quarter. Herbert looks to his left, doesn't like what he sees. But on the other side of the field, he has Joshua Palmer one-on-one on the long comeback route. Now the coverage by Max Melton is excellent here, but once again, we would see Justin Herbert make an outstanding throw, and he gets Palmer the football. Wow, what a throw. 24-yard gain on the play. It's a great throw, and Palmer gets both feet down inbounds for the catch. Moving ahead in the drive, there's 30 seconds left. It's only second down, but importantly here, the Chargers have 0 timeouts left. Wanting to get the ball downfield quickly before the end of the half, LA calls a number of long developing routes, but this time the pass rush gets home to Justin Herbert. Tackled in bounds, the clock continues to run, and now it's third down. Herbert has no choice but to spike the football to stop the clock, bringing up fourth down and putting an end to a promising drive for LA. They have to settle for another field goal. But Cameron Dicker is good again, making the score 7-6, bringing the Chargers to within 1 point. Alright, let's move ahead to the third quarter. Facing a third down and 8, LA puts Fehoko in motion. And we don't necessarily see one player go with him for the Cardinals. Instead, the defense widens, telling LA that Arizona is probably in a zone defense here. The Cardinals keep 2 safeties back deep, but they set the rest of their defense up kind of right at this line to gain here. Fehoko just runs to a hole in the zone, and again, this is a long throw from the far hash, but once again, we see Justin Herbert execute the throw. The Chargers have a nice drive going, and they are taking a lot of time off the clock in this third quarter. But Arizona's red zone defense was outstanding in this game. And here, they just rush with 4, they leave 2 safeties back deep, and we see pretty quickly that nobody is open. Herbert tries to scramble, but he is brought down and sacked by Dante Stills before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. And from this angle, we get a great look at Stills, effortlessly getting off his block and making the sack on Justin Herbert. So now it's 3rd and long, and Arizona uses pretty much the same concept on defense. Nobody is open, and Herbert is going to have to take the check down to Will Dissly. He's going to be short of the line to gain. But before he even gets the chance, Garrett Williams comes over and knocks this ball out. Incomplete pass, 4th down and 9. So yet again, the Chargers would be forced to settle for a Cameron Dicker field goal attempt. The kick is good, and LA takes the lead, 9-7. Arizona would respond. Or more specifically, Kyler Murray would respond. He starts off faking the handoff to James Conner, and then they send Michael Wilson deep and Marvin Harrison Jr. on the deep in cut. They're hoping to draw in the defense on the run fake and then hit a big play. But check out the linebackers. They don't respond at all to the run fake. In fact, they're backpedaling this whole time. And Cam Hart goes with Marvin Harrison Jr., and the corner and the safety go with Michael Wilson. Why didn't the defense react to the run fake? Well, what they're seeing here is high hats. The offensive line for the Cardinals are clearly pass protecting on this play. Murray still has the check down to James Conner, but with the pass rush closing in, he probably wouldn't be able to get a clean pass off to him anyway, and he's tempted by all this green grass in front of him. And here Zaven Collins has a tough job. He has to defend James Conner and Kyler Murray on the same play. He hesitates, and he's already beaten. 44-yard touchdown for Kyler Murray, and Arizona strikes right back. And from this angle, we get a great look at Paris Johnson, the left tackle for the Cardinals, setting up pretty wide, and Khalil Mack has an awfully tempting lane to the inside here. But if you're going to play the end, you have got to maintain outside contain, because we know how dangerous Kyler Murray is when he gets to the edge. And here we see Kyler Murray's mastery of the quarterback position. Throws in a pump fake to James Conner just before he takes off, and it's enough to get Collins to hesitate just long enough to turn him into a spectator. So Arizona reclaims the lead, 14-9, but once again the Chargers would be on the move. Facing a 2nd and 7, the Chargers line up with not one, not two, but 3 tight ends and a running back in the backfield. This looks like a running play. But at the snap, LA is going to send all 3 tight ends deep down the field, a Jim Harbaugh play from the Stanford days. Arizona has Max Melton in coverage, but anticipating a run, he steps forward at the snap, and Stone Smart is able to get by him. And it's another tremendous throw from Justin Herbert. But the drive would end with another Chargers field goal attempt. Dicker the kicker knocks it through, making the score 14-12 and bringing the Chargers closer. And they would get the ball back with 10 minutes to go in the 4th quarter, and they would put together a monster drive. They've run 13 plays and taken nearly 8 minutes off the clock to this point in the drive, and here they are facing an absolutely massive 3rd down and 3. Arizona, desperate to put a stop to this drive, sends a 0 blitz, 7 men on the rush, and with no safety help back deep, they are now vulnerable to the long pass. And LA feels that Fehoko was trying to set up the double move here, and was held. And at the end of this play, we would see the flag come in. But from this angle, in my opinion, it looks like Fehoko was trying to get to the inside, and that the quarterback and receiver just weren't on the same page. And the officials agreed and picked up the flag. A little bit of controversy. Nevertheless, it brings up 4th down, and LA once again, for the 5th time in this game, is going to have to settle for a 5th field goal attempt. And the kick is good, and with less than 2 minutes to play, the Chargers take the lead, 15-14. Needing to get the ball downfield quickly with time winding down, who better to go to than Marvin Harrison Jr., and he goes deep. Unfortunately, the Chargers know this, and the safety gives them a lot of space, and the corner is also in a full sprint back deep as well, allowing Marvin Harrison Jr. to get to the sideline. And this time, it's Kyler Murray that makes a great throw. The Hart lays the hit on him, and the ball comes out, and then a flag would come in, so again, let's take another look at this. First of all, in a critical point in the game, great pass protection. And Cam Hart comes in, lowers his helmet, but he does try to lead with the shoulder, but he contacts the head of Marvin Harrison Jr. In my opinion, it's another good call from the officials. 15-yard personal foul and an automatic 1st down for Arizona. Once again, LA is not going to allow anything deep. And with all the receivers for the Cardinals covered, this time Murray takes the check down to James Conner. He's behind the line of scrimmage, but you're still getting the ball into the hands of one of your best playmakers. Conner breaks a tackle, makes a move in the open field, and does his thing, and he's off to the races. And it's a huge gain for the Cardinals, who are definitely in field goal range now. "33 yards on the play, and after a few more running plays, there's only 2 seconds left on the clock, and Arizona lines up for the potential game-winning field goal. Chad Ryland makes the kick, it is up, and it is good, and Arizona wins an incredible game. Unbelievable. Well, what an incredible game that was. The Arizona Cardinals get a big win at home and stay in 2nd place in the NFC West, right behind the Seattle Seahawks. And they are clearly improving as a team. The defense showed up big time in this game, making big plays. The red zone defense was incredible. They had multiple sacks, they forced turnovers, and they forced 5 field goal attempts from the Chargers. And the offense did enough to get it done. Next week, they've got a tough task going on the road to Miami. I don't like the road team on a short week, and it sounds like Tua might be making his return to the Dolphins. But if the Cardinals can win that game, the Seahawks have a tough battle against the Buffalo Bills in Seattle. Arizona could be in 1st place in the NFC West as early as Sunday. Wow. All right, I want to thank all my new subscribers. You guys have been incredible. 74 subscribers joined last week. Thank you so much. We're doing the entire NFC West this year, so if you like what you see, please subscribe. We'd love to have you guys aboard. And of course, I want to thank those of you who have gone the extra mile to help support this channel. I know times are tough out there right now, guys, so it really means a lot to me. You humble me and you honor me. Thank you so much. And of course, I got to give an extra special thanks to our Patreon supporters. You guys are an essential part of this team. I could not do these videos without you. Thank you so much. All right, it's going to be Cardinals at the Dolphins. What a game that is going to be, with 1st place in the NFC West potentially on the line. And I don't know what's going to happen in that game, but you know we are going to be here to break down that film, and I will see you guys then.